Hey, what's up everyone? Tim here from Everyday Tactical Vids. Today we're looking at this, which is the Huntsman XLT from PowerTac. This light is made to be a thrower, so you can see the very smooth reflector right there. Huntsman, obviously there's implications for hunting. A lot of people on an AR platform will put a nice light like this for hog hunting or coyote hunting, things like that. Certainly you can use it on other platforms as well. Some of the things I like about this right off the bat, you have the end pressure switch and then the selector switch right next to it. I prefer that as opposed to a small selector switch way up here. I just reviewed the Valor recently, and the Valor actually liked for a lot of different reasons, and they had a selector switch that was farther up, but it was larger. And I don't mind it if it's a little bit larger and it's farther up. Sometimes, like on O-lights, you have your pressure switch and then a tiny little selector switch up here. And I just don't find that super helpful. So anyhow, the Huntsman meant to be a thrower. I like that selector switch. You do have a pocket clip there. Obviously, a lot is going to be sticking out if you put it in a pocket. I think this is just generally too big for a pocket, but you could slide that on a vest or a chest rig maybe. Put it on a backpack, something like that. You can see the fins for dissipating some heat. You can see it does have a little bit of an aggressive bezel there. It does come with the proprietary charging cord that you use, that comes with PowerTac flashlights. Let me show you what comes with the light overall. I do want to remind you, you can pop off that little section there, and then you can plug in a micro USB in there if you say you misplaced the original power cord. So first thing to show you is the sheath. This is probably one of the nicest sheaths I've seen from PowerTac. Their sheaths overall are quite good, but this is probably the top of the line. So ballistic nylon, it's got like the rubberized PowerTac logo there. You do have the hook and loop on the back here, so you can throw that over a belt. There isn't a hook and loop and then like a stitch section as well, but no big deal on that end of things. You can see what this looks like actually in the sheath. It's ironic here, the light that's coming through right here on my shoulder, because I'm going to be shooting a video of this at night to test it out, and it's hard for me to find a spot right now that doesn't have some weird light coming through, but hey, it is what it is, we persevere. So that's the sheath that comes with the light. Here's your charging cord. It has a USB on the end, and then this tiny little magnetic kind of end right there. Pull that back so you can see it. Take the light out just to show you what it looks like to attach it. So that connects like that to charge up. There's a light on the opposite side. When it's red, it's charging. When it's blue, it's all set to go. Like I showed you already, we have the sheath. We do have a lanyard with that metal clip there, which is nice. You get this little kind of packet that's got O-rings. It's got some PowerTac stickers. It's got the instructions as well. You have a ring, a couple different rings for attaching your lanyard system. And then you also have a replacement cover if you pop off that section that has the little circular connection point. And then it does come in the box here, which is nice. I like this because if you want to keep this in a car, you can keep it nice and organized in the box. They do have filter options. You can get a red, a green, or a blue, and then also you can get a pressure switch for this as well. We're gonna weigh the light real quick here, and this is with the battery included. As far as your length, they're looking at about 7 1/4, I would say. Across the bezel, we're looking at about 1 5/8 of an inch. And across the end pressure switch, we're looking at about 1 inch. Let me give you the outputs here. First thing is Firefly. It's going to be 7 lumens. That's going to run for 20 days. 7 lumens for 20 days. Next up, we have the low, which is 60 lumens. That's going to run for 24.6 hours, so a full day basically, and then a little bit more. Medium is 260 lumens. That's going to run for 5.5 hours. High is 690 lumens. That's for 3.2 hours. And then your turbo is 1200 lumens for 3 hours. It does have a strobe feature as well, and we'll show you that obviously later on in the darkness. And that strobe is 1200 lumens. That's going to run for 4.5 hours. Now this falls into the category like some of their Warriors. I mean, as soon as you pick it up, you're like, this thing is just ruggedly built. It's going to be very solid. I could tell that immediately. I'll tell you a couple things. This is made for punching light out into the night. So I recently checked out one of their Warriors that has more of a flood feature. That to me is great for a car. I would not put this as a car light unless I was driving around and trying to spot things off in the distance. Like an emergency car light, to me, I want to have more flood and less throw. I'd like to have a balance of both, but flood is going to be more important for me, and that can punch light out a bit into the night. But this thing is meant to be a thrower. So, if you're looking for something floody, go with something different. But if you want something that's going to throw light deep into the darkness, then this could be the one worth checking out. So overall build is nice. It comes with a battery, that's great. Multiple battery options, that's great. The fact that you can get some filters as well, that's definitely a win. I may see if I can score some of those to throw some filters on there as well. I do like to go driving around at night in the woods here all through the year and just go spotting animals and stuff. So I'm gonna take this guy out at night and, you know, throw some distance there, throw some light at a distance and get video of that, but also see if we can spot some animals as well. So that's a quick rundown. As you hear the trains in the background, here's a quick rundown of the details on the Huntsman XLT. And now let's take it out into the night and use it. All right, guys, we're out in the woods here. Let me show you 7 lumens on my hand. So as far as looking out into the night, you can't see a whole lot. I'll show you 7 lumens. That's like 10, 15 feet ahead. You can see a little bit on the path, maybe 30, 40 feet out. You can see okay, I would say. That's with 7 lumens. All right, we're gonna go up to low here with 60. So maybe we are definitely getting some light way out there. I can see like solidly probably 100 feet into the woods right now. It gets a little bit thick where the path starts to bend there. But this is, again, only 60 lumens. And you can definitely see the hotter center. Can't really see the spill out from the center, but there is probably, like, I can see to each side from that center decently, probably 8 feet out each side from that center beam. Let's go up to medium at 250. So yeah, I could see great as far as I can see into the woods before the trees get too thick. I could see amazing. So let me pull the camera back a little bit here as far as it's kind of a tight shot here. So let me bring it back. So again, at only 250 lumens, this thing is some nice light. And, you know, the trees get thick at probably 175 feet out there. But I can see great, pretty much everything. Even when I'm shining in the middle, I can see from here to here when I'm shining right here in the middle. All right, we'll go up to 690, which is high. Obviously even better there. And now let's go up to 1200. So you don't see a huge jump as you go from the 690 to the 1200, even though it is, you know, over 500 lumens there, but definitely this is putting some light out there into the night. Let's get a longer angle shot now. All right, so I'm shining this light. So the light's at 60 lumens right now, and I'm shining this at what you're seeing now is the edge of a tree, which is about 40 feet away, and then over here, what you're seeing in the distance, just starting to reflect back at 60 lumens. That's 325 feet away. So let's go up to the 260 here. So again, here's the tree that's close by, and then there's the tree line out in the distance. Let me zoom in a little bit. So I mean, you can see there's pines there, there's kind of a brown tree, and then there's some birches, looks like, coming up there. And this is only at 260, so let's go up to the next level. All right, so we're gonna go up to 690 here. I mean, clearly when I shine it down in front of me, it's super bright, you know, 75, 100 feet away, and then out closer to 300. Nice light. I mean, there's nothing hiding over there on the edge of the tree line. So again, the 690, let's go up to 1200. Just to give you a look at the actual beam here. Okay, I'm looking at my car now, which is just over 100 feet away. This is on Firefly here, so look at this. I mean, the car is white, so it's going to reflect light back, but I can absolutely see the car at 100 feet away at the Firefly level. So here's Firefly, like I just said. Let's go up to low. So we'll go up to low here. And I can see when I'm shining at the driver's side door, I can see the whole thing there quite easily. Let's go to medium. Let's go to high. And now turbo. And Now we'll just look around a little bit. This kind of looks like I'm here in a cemetery, but actually it's just some granite that they've stood up in a conservation area here by the parking lot. Again, we're at turbo here. We're down to Firefly, low, medium, go up to high, and this is turbo. Let's wrap up here talking about the Huntsman XLT. XLT, by the way, is extra long throw. So obviously, as you can see, this thing throws light nicely out into the night. Even at the lowest settings, it really just launches light. It's quite impressive. I want to mention something that I didn't say before, which is that it can use a variety of different types of batteries. So you can use the 21700 included, you can use an 18650, or you can use two CR123s. Now your output is going to drop a little bit as far as, you know, your max lumens with those other types of batteries. But the fact that you can use multiple battery types with this, I just think that's awesome. That's another win of this battery. So if all of a sudden your 21700 dies, but you got an 18650 kicking around, boom, you can replace it and keep rocking and rolling. Some of the things that I like about it, I've already mentioned. Having used it at night, both on camera and off camera, again, I like it. I was surprised. Like I said, I wouldn't pick this as a car light, like a car emergency light, because it's more of a thrower as opposed to a flood. But I was surprised to see the amount of flood that it did give, especially once you got up, you know, maybe to the low and medium settings. It was definitely giving you enough kind of light in the general area to do some work, say, around your car, not just like a tight beam. So at the time of this video right now, we're looking at about $179.95 for this light at the PowerTac website. But use the code EDTV and you're going to save 30%. So that's a nice chunk of change you can save off this light. Again, for me, when I think about this light, it's for, you know, someone who's doing some hunting, obviously, at night, or if you want a light that can really throw a light out into the night to do some searching. It's not a floodlight. That's not what it's built for. EDC, it's too big for me for an EDC light. Bag light, yeah, certainly if you want to keep this light in your bag. I do think this for like in a bug out situation could be cool, because if you want to see what's way out in the distance, something that could be possibly threatening or something that you want to just be aware of in the distance, it's nice to have a light that can really punch out there, as opposed to like, you know, a super wide light, but it doesn't reach very far into the night. So, and then remember, you can get those filters, right? So you can get green, blue, and the red as well, which will just give you another level of functionality for this light. I will tell you something interesting on this one. The end pressure switch, I don't know if you can hear it. It's a little bit, you can sense the spring in it a little bit more. That's neither here nor there, but just to let you know, sometimes like Streamlight, I find their lights to be really goopy. When you press them, you have to like really smush it in to turn them on. This one doesn't click, but you can definitely sense the spring a little bit more in this one. But I like this overall. I've looked at a lot of PowerTac flashlights. We were just talking, myself and the PowerTac rep the other day, and there's not a ton that I haven't reviewed. But overall, the functionality for all those lights has been really good. I have not had something like just be a major fail for a PowerTac for me so far. So yeah, I mean, I want to let you know about this light as far as a thrower. Let's hear your thoughts. What do you like about it? Are there other lights that compete with this that you like? Don't forget 30% off with the code EDTV. And let's get the conversation started in the comment section now. Thanks as always for checking out the videos here on YouTube. Please subscribe to Everyday Tactical Vids if you haven't done so already. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, check us out on Instagram, Tumblr, and Vero as well. More videos coming soon. Take care. All right, guys, here we are wrapping up.